Good morning. Welcome to our Thursday coffee break. I'm your host, Melissa Gallowitz. I'm the sales manager for Washington Building Intelligence, and I'm very pleased to have with me Tom Cantos from Vicon and Kip Peterson from Tritium. Our topic today we're very passionate about is Niagara Asset Manager. It truly is the easy button for anyone who is managing 5 or more Niagara assets. So you may be a facility director, with multiple schools you're managing, you may be a property manager with multiple buildings, or you may be a very large end user with multiple assets. So when I talk to our clients about how they're managing their Niagara licenses, the responses are really varied. I get everything from we're doing nothing to we're managing them via our own Excel spreadsheet. A lot of that data is not current, or they're using calendar reminders for their license expirations. So we're here to tell you there's a better way and really an easy button for you. So a couple of housekeeping duties. If you have questions during the presentation, just use the chat functionality and we'll get to those questions. And this video is being recorded. So here's you, take it over, Kip.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kip Peterson. As Melissa has introduced, I live down in San Diego and I'm a business development manager with Tritium. And we really appreciate this opportunity to speak with you this morning. I know you all are very busy and I will try to keep this short and within the time frame we have to share with you some exciting information about the Enterprise Software Maintenance Agreement and the Niagara Asset Manager. So what we're going to talk about in this short time is what is the Enterprise Software Maintenance Agreement that Niagara Tritium offers, and what is the value to business owners such as yourself, and then what is the Niagara Asset Manager and what is its value. Hello. And then try to tie it all together at the end, kind of give you an overview of the benefits, and then I want to share with you some resources where you can learn a little more about it after.
I don't know. Okay, maybe I need to turn my speaker up.
Are you having difficulty hearing me? Is that what I heard?
There we go. I can hear you.
Okay, great. So what is the Niagara Enterprise Software Maintenance Agreement? Well, it's a licensing agreement that adds significant value to your investment in Niagara. And really, Tritium believes that the ESMA is a critical component of businesses that use at least 5 or more instances of Niagara. So it's something that we highly recommend. And many of you probably already have it. If you don't, please consider it as a tremendous investment. And during its term, it allows you to do several things. Really take advantage of the development team in Virginia at Tritium, who is constantly refining and adding features and making the product more cyber secure, enhancing its graphics abilities, allowing you to visualize on different platforms like mobile platforms, provisioning, compliance, all sorts of new features. And if you have an enterprise software maintenance agreement, you get those automatically. So it's something that we just believe is critical. You just should have it. Also, it can be managed through a product called the Asset Manager, which we'll be talking about in a minute. So what's the value of this Enterprise Software Maintenance Agreement? Well, one of the biggest things is it aligns all of the expiration dates that you may have, which are often different, into a single date of your choosing. So you don't have to worry about, gee, is something going to expire this year or this month? You'll know in a very efficient manner when they are going to expire or how much longer you have on a certain period of time on your SMA. And then you can align those to a date of your choosing. And if there are some instances that have already expired, you can bring those into alignment with those ones that have not expired. You also have a choice of renewal periods. It's very, very flexible. So you could have a 3-year term, a 5-year, 10 years. We have some customers that do that. And once you're enrolled, then all of those assets are automatically updated to that date of your choosing. So how do you look at the settings that you've created and the dates that you've chosen and other features, you use a product called the Niagara Asset Manager. And this is a web-based tool that lets you see all of your instances in one location on one pane of glass. And what's really powerful about this is it doesn't matter where you got the asset, when you got it, what brand it was, you can see all of them in one view. It also offers a service called Backup as a Service, which lets you imagine, I think some of you probably have Dropbox, for example, and you store files on your own computer. Imagine being able to back up a Niagara station, all of the data, all of the settings that you and your partner have worked so hard to create, and have a backup instance in case of a disaster. That is something that the asset manager allows as an option. And we encourage you to use that as well. And then it allows custom organization of those assets. So, for example, you could add tags, and you'll see a screenshot of this in a second, about where an instance is, what building it is on your campus, or what city or state, or even a zip code that it's in, what type of system it is. And then you can create custom fields with the asset manager too, and search by those custom fields that you decide to create.
So Kip, I have a question. Could you explain to people what is considered a Niagara asset?
Yes, that's a great question, Melissa. A lot of people wonder, is that a hardware or just software? What is it? It is, as this screenshot shows, it is a Niagara instance or host ID. And that could reside on a server as a supervisor, a Niagara supervisor, or it could reside inside a Jace. But those host IDs are what we define as a Niagara asset. So you can see in this screenshot, this asset manager is showing several host IDs. And this is also where you could add a definition, a tag to it, where it's located, what type of building it's in, and so forth. It's up to you. Also, you can see along the top here, I think, no, my cursor doesn't show, a line called Enterprise SMA. This is where you can manage that. And actually, if you don't have some devices or host IDs registered yet, you can generate an SMA proposal and send it to your partner like Long Building Technologies for them to provide a quote to you. So it's really a powerful tool that allows you to control completely all of your organizational assets. So just to kind of wrap this up, once you have this enterprise software maintenance agreement and asset manager coupled, the product gives these real advantages. It'll give you automatic notifications of expirations and renewal. It lets you search for instances in great detail through filters that, as I mentioned, you've created yourself. You can access this all very simply, just with your logon on Niagara Community using those credentials. And then imagine, again, when you launch the asset manager, you can view and sort by things like what kind of device is it, what brand was it, what model was it, what modules have you added to it, what sort of options did you choose for it, and also any notes that you want to attach to any particular instances. All of that's possible with the asset manager.
So it sounds amazing. It really sounds like the easy button. A question everyone has: what does it cost?
Well, the asset manager itself, once you've established a software maintenance agreement, is free. It's just part of the feature of having an enterprise software maintenance agreement. So there's no charge at all.
Amazing.
And so before we wrap up, I wanted to share some resources with you. One of the things we'd like to encourage everyone who's on the call is to let Tom Cantos and I know, and Melissa know, if you would like to take a really deep dive, perhaps get a demo in how this is done, rather than just learn about some of its features as I've done this morning. So if you'd like to, let us know. It could be about an hour long, 30 to 45 minutes anyway at the minimum, and we will schedule it at your convenience. Also, Melissa is going to be sending all the attendees some overview documents that describe the products in great detail. And then if you want to explore on your own and you have a Niagara Community login, which if you don't, I encourage that you do, go to niagara-community.com and establish one. Once you log in, you'll see a screen like this, and you can see that one of the buttons is Asset Manager. And if you click on that, you can learn even more about it. So thank you again for your time today. I hope this has been informational for you and that it's given you a taste of the power of both the software maintenance agreement and the asset manager. And thank you for your time.
Great, thank you so much, Kip. So I would just like to say thank you very much for joining our coffee break today. Our next coffee break is going to be scheduled in January the 7th. So have an incredible holiday, and we'll see you in 2021. Thank you.
Holidays.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.